In the cage, MMA T-Mac here, now joined with the head jiu-jitsu instructor from Grindhouse MMA, Farron Otis. Farron, thank you for taking time with us.
Thank you.
Now, you're going to be fighting on the Kansas City Fighting Alliance. It's going to be February 10th in Independence at the Independence Memorial Hall. Now, this is going to be your first fight in 7 years. You're coming out of retirement. First question I have to ask is, why are you coming out of retirement for this fight?
A lot of different reasons. As I got older, I got a lot out of shape and this and that, so I was like, I'm going to get myself back into fight shape. All my guys I train, they all fight, and they are all dying to see me get back in the cage. So before I turn 40, let's get back in the cage a couple more times.
Now, why did you retire, though, in the first place?
It was my job back then. I was a railroader and was on the road all the time and never had time to train, stuff like that.
So is this your main job? Since we know that you're the head instructor or head jiu-jitsu instructor here at Grindhouse. Is this your 24/7 job?
No. I work for an international shipping company also, and then teach martial arts and that.
So you're still doing another job on
Yes.
top of training?
Absolutely.
So has that, getting back into the game, doing another fight, is it becoming challenging, kind of how it used to be, or now you're used to it and this is kind of old habit?
I'm used to it. It's kind of old habit. The challenge was just getting back into shape. Being an old guy, your body don't react like you did 7-8 years ago.
Right.
And but yeah, it's come along nice.
Now, who are you going to be fighting on February 10th?
I'm fighting a guy named Bill Stanton from Iowa. Don't know a whole lot about him. I've been told he's an ex-boxer or whatnot, and we're just going to hook it up on February 10th.
Now, are you a type of fighter, you say you don't know too much about him, are you the type of fighter that needs to know a lot of details, or do you go in there with a game plan and say, this is my game plan, it doesn't matter who I'm facing?
My background, I used to be a boxer myself, so I feel very comfortable on my feet, and of course my jits is pretty solid. So every fight I've ever had, I went in there looking to bang, and if we go to the ground, then what I say is God help them.
Yeah. Now, so how long have you been training jiu-jitsu?
15 years.
And then where did you get your start as far as in Kansas City?
I started here in Kansas City at Blue Springs Jiu-Jitsu way back in 1996. This is 2011. The first year we would go out and train with the Gracies and stuff like that. I got my blue belt from Hoist Gracie. I'm currently a purple belt, working on getting my rank and stuff through Gracie Baja out of Manhattan with Andy Wilford and Joe Wilkes and those guys.
Now, is this going to be your return back to fighting, or are you just doing a one fight, want to see what it's like, hey, I did it before I was 40 and I'm back out training again? This
is going to be listen to your body and be smart. If my body holds up, the training's been good, I haven't been injured, everything goes well. I'm not really worried about a win or a loss, but as long as my body feels good and the wife and family's happy with it, then I plan on fighting more than once.
So this is going to be your first professional fight. This is not an amateur fight, right?
Yes. Back when we were fighting, like I said, my last fight was against Mike Van Meer, who had already 5 pro fights back when I fought him in 2003, and I was still an amateur. The only difference was we didn't get paid here, and he was getting paid in Iowa. So that's the only reason why I still have amateur stats. So this is actually my first fight I've ever been paid for. Well,
that's always good then, right?
Yeah, that's right. That was one of the reasons to come out.
Right. So is there, before we wrap it up, is there any sponsors you'd like to thank? Any training partners?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my guys at Grindhouse. Thanks for getting me ready, getting me prepared. Mr. Davidson, awesome. All my BJJ guys, Tony Cardello, all the guys at Grindhouse. Those are my main guys, and my wife. Thank you, Steve, for letting me do this, and that's about it.
All right. Well, for Farron Otis, I am T-Mac with In the Cage MMA, and we'll talk with you soon.